What's up, y'all? Well, I just want to say I watched Spider-Man Homecoming. I watched that again. I'm gonna go deep dive into Spider-Man material. I know, I know Spider-Man 4 is about a year out, but I saw some stuff in Homecoming that brought back, like, whoa, okay. So, gonna look a little deeper into who's supposed to be in this part 4, but the Scorpion, I'm hearing the Scorpion's supposed to be. And you got a little glimpse of the Scorpion in Homecoming. He was part of the Vulture's squad. They had a few villains in there. So, so Spider-Man is shaping up to be pretty good. Now, what's funny is they're starting to pit Spider-Man against Supergirl. They should be coming out around the same time. Now, once again, I'm not against the, little friendly rivalry, Marvel DC, especially since we got the movies coming out, kind of back to back here, when they do come out, that's always fun. But like I said, the bashing, look, if one fails, we all fail. So if you want to go and bash all the DC stuff and this, that, and the other, and just for whatever reason, it just doesn't make it, you can hold yourself accountable, or partially accountable, for the failure of the DC universe. Same with you DC universe people. If y'all go out here to keep bashing Marvel and, hoping and thinking that that's going to bring it down, well, you can hold yourself accountable, because if Marvel fails, DC fails. It ain't too much longer before DC comes right behind it, okay? Because you have to look at these superhero shows as a whole. It's a whole, okay? To us, we like to, jar each other. Hey, look, we did this, we did that. Hey, congratulations to DC. They won this battle. It appears to be, but I think Fantastic Four has a few more weeks to kind of, bring up the score. But I think it's pretty clear that Superman is going to win this one. And that's great. I haven't watched it yet. It's been released on digital, so that's where I'm going to catch it. And I found that Thunderbolts is going to be released next week on the 27th. And I'm going to be watching that. I didn't get to see that in the theater. I waited too late, and then when I went to see it, it was gone. So I made sure to see Fantastic Four. But Thunderbolts, Wednesday night, on the 27th, I will be watching Thunderbolts. God willing. But, so I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, I want to go back and check out these Spider-Man shows. That Homecoming started, I mean, that movie was so good because there's so many parts that you could say, oh, that's so comic accurate. That's so comic accurate. Especially at the beginning. Oh, man, how Michael Keaton's character as the Vulture, he's got his little henchmen, and they're trying to do their thing. They're stealing these parts. They find out that if they steal these parts, they can make a lot of money. And how they were, working on the construction site. That was so comic accurate. That is so Spider-Man comic accurate. I love it. I love it. I think I rewound that a couple times just to watch that and just to reimagine, especially the 70s. Oh, man, the 70s comics. Miss those. I always revisit them every now and then. I'll go download my Marvel Unlimited, and I will take that month and read some of my favorites. Read some of the new stuff, and read some more of my favorites. I do that every now and then. Treat myself. think I'm going to do that here coming up soon, especially going into next year, going into the Spider-Man 4. Moving forward on that, this is where they were really comfortable with their, drama / comedy. So, this was definitely one of those, wasn't overwhelming, but, a lot of jokes going on in there. That's fine. Spider-Man was always a jokey kind of guy, especially in the comics. He was always, when he was fighting, he was always making jokes. So you do want that to, translate into the movies. But, like I said, Marvel took that to another level at some point. But all good. Going towards the end, once Peter realized that the Vulture was his homecoming date's father. Wow, that was funny. And then once Vulture realized that, you are Spider-Man, aren't you, kid? That was good. That was that ending was so good that last 45, maybe the last hour, but definitely the last 45 minutes. Yeah, it was good stuff. But yeah, I'm not gonna drag this out. Just rewatch that. Very good movie. All you Spider-Man fans out there, maybe y'all should, jump back into. And if you've been keeping up with it over the years, the comics and all that, then, more power to you. But until next time, I will say, Ronald's Comics, call me, please subscribe, and God bless.